The adopted daughter accidentally discovered that her chairman father was actually fixing a beautiful woman's hair. She immediately thought the girl was her father's mistress. She quickly took out her phone and snapped 10 pictures in a row. She originally planned to send all these photos to her mother, but was interrupted when the two suddenly came out. In her panic, she accidentally sent the photos to the company group chat. Little did she know that the girl in front of her was actually the biological daughter her adoptive parents had lost years ago. After the girl got lost, she relied on her own efforts and became a female CEO worth hundreds of billions of dollars. But just this morning, the girl acquired her father's nearly bankrupt company, and because of the family jade pendant in her hand, they successfully recognized each other. Just as the two arrived at the company to prepare for the handover, the adopted daughter happened to see them caring for each other. She immediately assumed the girl was her father's mistress. The father looked at his adopted daughter in front of him, but did not reveal the girl's true identity. Then, in order to surprise his wife, he directly told the adopted daughter to keep it a secret. He then held his daughter's hand and prepared to go home. But as they turned the corner, he received a call from his wife. She looked at the photos in the company group chat in her hand and couldn't help but question her husband. She asked who the woman beside him was and even accused him of finding a mistress outside. But the man, completely unaware of the situation, hurriedly explained that he had never had a mistress and said that today was his wife's birthday. He had even prepared a surprise for her. Then, before his wife could ask further, he hung up the phone and prepared to take his daughter home. But the scene of him helping the girl into the car was seen by the adopted daughter. She hurriedly ran to her mother's birthday banquet and told her mother that the mistress had already been brought home by their father. Hearing this, the mother immediately became furious. She said bluntly that the girl must pay the price, and then prepared to take everyone back home. Meanwhile, the other girl looked at her old bedroom and felt deeply touched inside. When she saw the photo of herself with her mother, she could no longer hold back her tears. But at this moment, the father told the girl that although he believed she was his daughter, for the sake of comforting the mother, they still should do a paternity test. After the girl agreed, he prepared to leave, but downstairs, he saw his wife with an angry face. Hearing his wife's angry words, the man was very confused. He didn't understand what she meant. He even thought his wife already knew their daughter had returned. He asked if she was planning to give the house to their daughter, but little did he know, his words had already angered his wife. She said bluntly, "Why not just give her the whole group and family fortune too?" Unexpectedly, the husband actually agreed. He even revealed that the girl was currently in their daughter's room. After the husband left, the wife looked at the husband's phone, where the girl's contact was saved as Little Lover. She immediately became even angrier. She instantly wanted to rush upstairs with several people to teach the girl a lesson. Meanwhile, the girl was still looking at the photo with her mother, looking forward to reuniting with her. Little did she know, her mother had already misunderstood her as her father's mistress. Seeing several people rush in, the next second, she was pushed to the ground by the adopted daughter. The girl looked at the woman in front of her in confusion, just about to ask something, but was thrown out of the room again by the adopted daughter's brother. The girl stepped back in fear and couldn't help but ask who they were, but the next second, she was slapped by the adopted daughter. Meanwhile, the mother beside them looked at the adopted daughter suspiciously and couldn't help but ask the girl's identity. But after seeing the photo of the girl getting into the car, her suspicion turned into certainty. She angrily glared at the girl in front of her and ordered several people to teach the girl a lesson, even wanting to personally punish her. Seeing the photo on the ground, the girl realized that the woman in front of her was actually her mother. Just as the girl was about to explain, she was stopped by the adopted daughter, who even wanted her brother to tear the girl's clothes, until the girl cried out, "Mom!" Did the mother finally stop the man and suspiciously ask why the girl was calling her mom? The girl looked sadly at her mother in front of her and explained that she was her daughter. She even took out her phone to call her father, wanting him to help prove it. But the father's phone was in the mother's hand, and the contact name was still Little Lover. This made everyone even more certain she was the mistress. Then they prepared to have the adopted daughter punish her again. But at that moment, the mother's phone rang. It was a call from the father. The girl wanted to call for help from her father, but her mouth was covered by everyone, so she couldn't speak. After the two hung up the call, the mother wanted to take the girl to the birthday banquet to punish her in front of everyone. Soon, several people brought the girl to the banquet. The guests were shocked to see the girl on the ground and curiously asked about her identity. After hearing that the girl was the man's mistress, they became even more furious and wanted to punish her. The girl quickly explained and revealed her true identity, but no one was willing to believe her until the family jade pendant on the girl's body fell out. She thought her mother, knowing she was her daughter, would care for her even more. But to her surprise, the jade pendant made her mother even more suspicious that she was her father's mistress. The mother said bluntly, "He even gave you the family jade pendant. He must really like you." Then, no matter how the girl explained, she still refused to believe. Even after learning the girl was pregnant, she assumed the child belonged to her husband. She wanted to force the girl to take medicine to abort the baby, not knowing that the girl in front of her was actually her biological daughter. The girl still wanted to explain that it was her grandson, hoping her mother would let her go. But the mother simply didn't believe it, and even ordered the adopted daughter to feed the medicine to the girl. Just then, the father finally arrived with the paternity test and rushed to the banquet scene. Seeing the scene in front of him, he was instantly shocked and widened his eyes.